then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check. Gun.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Gun. Here I come again.
They'll run with Coleman on first down, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He finds Ross. Right side. It's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike, 54. Focus, defense, focus.
A first down throw for Cousins. Try to lay one up deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Now a give right side, Coleman. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. 3 bucks. Mike spot 9. All you get is a headache.
Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Quick, waiting. Alert. Here we go. Check 3.
First carry for Spencer Ware. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, it's Ware. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Mike 50. It's outfield. Bring out. Bam.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Shane Ray, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Ready? 54. So don't say nothing. 300. Hey, Alpha. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Check. 59. Hey, yo. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch out.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. Crunch. 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 Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge. What's that?
On third down, Cousins. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. On the draw play, Coleman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Coleman now, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Let's go.
Tevin Coleman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. There we go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
First down, New York.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some left. Check.
Now it's Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jahan, what I need? Mike 59. Hey, Steamer. Here I come. Hey, high 7. Mark 59, Mark. Check, 59. Where's Jahan?
Following the interception, Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 25 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Check 52. Gun.
This is Coleman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
I'm coming for you. Mine. 36.
On 3rd and short to give it a tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded about a yard deep. And now look at him go. He's at the 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Hey, exit. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 59.
Cousins on first down. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Working out of the gun, Cousins. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
First. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm not ready.
Cousins now from the 50. Got a man open, it's Ross. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mike's 59. Hey, wahoo! 59.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike's 59. Switch up.
Bravo.
59 Mike. Check.
Gun.
They can't hang with us. Mike, check. 59. Here we go, D.
Throwing is Cousins. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Coleman has it here right side. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
2nd and 7 at the Giants' 25-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
25. Check 25. 41 Mike.
Clark.
41 to Mike. 40.
Hey, Foxtrot.
41.
Leave it. Bring up 48. Gun.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Again, it's Cousins. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mike 41.
3rd and long for Cousins. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
40.
What are these?
I'm here all day.
Hey, no, easy.
Hey, 41 Mike. 41.
Gun.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Mike 41.
To throw, Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. T.J. Logan, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Bears 24, Giants 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, New York.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 30-yard line.
Last 50. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'll go special. I'll go special.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson flush to his right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Hey, alert. Joker. Go. Motion.
Running on first down with Ware. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Mike, 190. Spot that.
I got you.
Zebra.
He's coming. Let's go. Come on. Hustle.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Touch 50.
950. Me and you all day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Sidney Jones. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got three.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Cousins. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That throw good for 4. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Cousins going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, it's Ware. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on second down. Wilson buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Shane Ray, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Lockett. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bears take over. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw is Cousins. That's complete. Right around the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Cousins, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nigel Bradham make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Throwing is Wilson. And this one caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Check 31. Check 13. Check 13.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Here we go.
Friday. Good touch.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Mike 20. Hey, Mike 20.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going for it all. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Sanders now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's Coleman on the draw. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
180.
59. Here we go, here we go.
Leave it, 48.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59, Mike to 59. Big
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Coleman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game.
Five. Switch. Hey, 382, last 50.
Now Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now Cousins on fourth down. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Now it's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Adrian Phillips, an all-pro as a special teamer last year, in on the tackle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert.
54. Right here. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 12.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Right. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here's Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Let's get it.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for the lead in the final stages. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Wide. 54's Mike.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yellow.
Mike 5-4. Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Let's go.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted. Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the 4th quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying